Alright, welcome back to Shave with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all? On a Friday morning. Going in to do a little work. Let me clean that a little bit because it looks like, yeah, there we go. That's better. Probably should have done that before I started, huh? Eh, eh, eh. Anyway. Alright. So Friday, going into work for this afternoon. Start a little before due, work through afternoon. Way it goes, same thing tomorrow. Not too bad a deal. But anyway, so Mondays, or Sunday rather, should have been a certain shade because we reserve the first Monday of every month at Toast for the lather catcher shave, the clan of catchers, we call it. Need to move my tongue from in front of my eye teeth and I can see what I'm saying, huh? All right, well. The clan of catchers. So Sunday I didn't do that. I did, I think the Hydro Magic was the last one I did. So anyway, we're going to use our 1910-ish Ever Ready. Now I picked this razor for a reason. One of my good buddies, online shaving buddies, that now lives out of the country, has one of these. I gave it to him. I think I surprised him with it maybe. I don't remember. I would have done stuff like that back in the day. But anyway, and he uses it more than anything else. And this is what he used the other day. So I'm going to use mine. Short handle. It does still have the, right here in the handle, it's got the striping attachment still built in. Don't let the short handle, I tell people this all the time, don't let the short handle scare you off on some of these, especially the lather catchers. A lot of them were made with the short handles. I don't have, a lot of them are made with a short wooden handle. I don't have one of those right here in my rotation right at this moment. And then of course a lot of them have longer handles and medium size handle. That's my 1902-ish Camp Star, and then I've got all kind of stuff. So anyway, that's what we're going to use today. Now I call it a 1910-ish because there's a series of years to where the razors look a lot alike, and even looking through weights, you can't really tell a lot of difference to pin them down to a particular year. So they were made between 1 year and 1 year, and I just kind of pick a year towards the middle, and I call it the 1910-ish. I've got a 1907-ish. Hey, I do have one. Look at there. Staring me right in the face. The 1907-ish, and it's got one of the original short wooden handles. Jayara made some little short handles that kind of mimic that at one time for folks, and they work really well too. So don't be scared of the little old short handle. But the 1907-ish, again, it was between this year's and these years, and I just picked kind of a middling year and call it that. It's just the way it goes. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. So for a soap today, one I haven't used in a while, Proraso. Now this is the red, obviously. That's red. Just, maybe you didn't know that. I don't know. But it's got sandalwood and shea butter. The green is another favorite of mine. It's got eucalyptus oil and menthol. And I started to use that, and I got to thinking, I haven't used the sandalwood in a while, and I'm a fan of the sandalwood scent. So we're going to use the sandalwood. I'm using my Ever Ready. This is a 200 that was reknotted with a brush from the Golden Nib. And so that's what we're going to do today. I haven't used this cream in a while. I've had it a long time. Boy, it still has such a nice scent. Proraso, it's just a classic Italian cream, which makes it a classic shaving cream. I don't know any other way to describe Proraso. It's just classic. And it's really good stuff. If you can't get Proraso, you can go to your mall and go to, see, I always forget the name of that store. It's not Bed Bath & Beyond, the Body Shop. And I think it is. No, the Body Shop has the Mecca Root stuff. But anyway, there's a store in there. And it's not Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's not the Body Shop, but it's something else. And they have C.O. Bigelow in a green tube. C.O. Bigelow is the Proraso Green rebranded. That's all it is. It's the exact same stuff, just in a different tube. And the last time I looked at it, the price wasn't that bad. I didn't buy the last tube I have. My sister sent it to me. Thanks, sis. I don't know if she knew if that was the good stuff or not, but they did. All right, so let's get this here Proraso going. Now, when we face lather, just as a little thing, because some people watch these videos because they're trying to learn a thing or two, not just to listen to Fuzzy flap his jaws. Although White Rook, man, I appreciate it. He said the other day that he likes to listen to me chew the fat. And I hadn't heard that saying in a while. So thank you, White Rook. And while we're doing shout outs, let me take just a second to send a shout out to Officer Mills. One of my favorite people in this business and one of my favorite people just period. Wonderful person. Saw her the other day, hadn't seen her in a few months, and one of the first things she said was, "Hey, I still watch your videos." So Officer Mills, I hope you're having an absolutely outstanding day. Of course, the way beautiful the weather is around here these days, I'm telling you, waiting for the other shoe to drop. The weather's been so pretty. We had like two solid weeks of nothing but rain, and then all of a sudden it broke into this fall light weather. Man, it is nice. I'm gonna put just a little more water in here, but what I was saying was when you start face lathering, I do it just like I start anything else. I start with just a damp brush. I don't want it dripping wet, slinging stuff all over the place. And then you start building that paste up on your face, and it's like making a roux. You want to start with the paste, and then you add the water. And if you don't know what a roux is, Google's your friend. But anyway, roux is like making gravy. You cook the sugar and the flour, not sugar, the flour and the oil, and you get that nice thick cooked down, and then you start adding water, and you thin it out to the point you need. All right, so there's absolutely no secret on how to use one of these things. They're just lather catchers are just to be awesome. There's some of them that the older ones use the wedge blades, so you have to use the wedge blades, and some of the older ones are an adapter. And I've said it before, I've never had luck with the adapters. I know people that have, and that's great. And more power to you. But this one we use the modern blade. It's got the spring. If it's got the spring-loaded stops on the side, generally it'll use regular blades just fine. They do such a good job. Now, I worked an early shift yesterday. I'm working a later shift today, so I've got more than a day's growth, but it's not much. And like we said on the last video, that's when you can really tell if a razor shines, is on the short day's growth. And the lather catchers shine. Trust me, there's nothing. And they're pretty. I mean, they're work of art. A true face hoe. What does Fuzzy mean by that? Well, you know, when you work in a garden or landscaping and all that, you have a hoe. And it kind of looks like that. So, face hoe. Now, if you couldn't figure that out on your own, now you know. Now you know. Such a good cream. Smells so good. I love a sandalwood. Now, I don't know. They make the sandalwood aftershave, and I don't think sandalwood is something I would like in an aftershave. I haven't tried it, but I just don't think that is, to me, a thing. But, you know, never tried it. Alrighty. Boy, look at that. We still got plenty of lather. We could have used less cream, but didn't use that much, as you'll notice. Now, there's different ways of putting cream on for face lathering too, because every once in a while somebody asks about that. So let's just take just a second. I like to, a lot of times I'll do that. I'll put some on my finger and just smear it around on my face. Somebody, and I can't remember now who it was, so forgive me, folks, they'd put a dot on each cheek and a dot, well, on their chin, but I would have to do it under my chin. And then they would spread from there. Actually, I think that was, I cannot remember his name from over at the Shave Den. Really good guy. And looked like he was Israeli, maybe. Maybe. But anyway, that's how he would do it. So there's different ways. You can also just squirt the cream down into the top of your brush. Be sure when you do that, though, that you do get it down in the brush. If not, if it's just on the outside, the first time you go to rub it on your face, it's just going to fall off. And it's, not good. But be sure it's actually down in your brush, and it'll work fine. All right, so we're going to get the across the grain stuff here. Oh, got something to show you. So I was digging through some of my stuff here a while back, because I've got plenty of stuff. I got too much stuff. And I came across something that was interesting. My granddad passed away 13 years ago. I think it was 9 days after my 40th birthday. So anyway, I'm 53 now. And he was in my book, remarkable man. Everybody says that about their grandparents and all. He was a cotton farmer, and he grew up, he was a squirrel hunter, had squirrel dogs, loved squirrel hunting with him, squirrel, everything. We duck hunted, deer hunted, fished. We'd go around with jig poles and fish. Not so much the casting stuff when I was young. It was jig poles on a cane pole, and we sit there and jig around and catch crappie and brim. So anyway, spent a lot of time with him. I lived out there. I had the pleasure of that. So one year, he made all the grandsons handmade boat paddles. They were from ash. He went and cut an ash tree down, ash wood, or more than one probably, and he made everybody. And I found mine. And I thought it was neat. I thought I would share that with y'all. This is a handmade, let me back up a little bit. This is a handmade boat paddle by my granddad. It says right there, Far Calvin. That's his handwriting. And it's from 1996. It got a little wet. I stored it. It was in a closet. And the upstairs people had a water leak that came down the hall. And I didn't notice it quick enough. So it's got a little water. I could sand that out probably. I'm not going to bother with it. But that's... And look, even in all these years, the thing's still straight. It hasn't cracked out. I could go out and use that. It's never been in the water. But I had another boat paddle that we used to use. But anyway, thought that was kind of neat. Something some of y'all might like to see. Maybe some of you have fond memories of your grandfather doing things like that. But, Granddad was one of those people that didn't go and buy... They didn't go and buy stuff new. We fixed the old stuff when we could, and rigged it up to work. He was kind of known for that. Everything was held together with duct tape and baling wire and bubble gum and a little bit of good luck and everything of those nature. But anyway, so he made everybody boat paddles. I remember one time for the Harvest Festival. We had that at the school every year. Had a little carnival at the school, and they would raffle stuff to make money. He made a set of boat oars, and I don't remember how long they were. They were 12, 14, 15 feet. I don't know. They were long boat oars made out of ash also. And I remember him making them for a raffle out there. But, so yeah, a lot of good memories there. All right. We're going to do our cleanup pass, which, as we all know, is just an excuse to do another pass. Normally, there's really not that much to clean up. But that's okay. Still using the witch hazel for this. There we go. Also, shout out to Miss Susie. How y'all doing over there? I think y'all are having just as nice a weather as we are. Not that far away. But there we go. All right, so that's going to be our lather catcher Sunday shave on Friday. How you like it? Now, it's not the first day of the month, it's the first Sunday of the month. And I think the last forever. I haven't thought about it. I've got to get better about that. I apologize. But we'll get it going. All righty, so there we go. We're going to finish off today with some boosters. Excuse me. Some boosters, Oriental Spice. Boosters is a Canadian thing. Yep, I had a Canadian cup in my last video. Now we'll use a little Canadian aftershave. All right. But it has a really nice scent. It's not an overpowering scent. I've got this one, and I've got the Polar Ice, I think it's called, the blue, and they're really nice. I really wanted, at one time, the oak moss. And I don't think they even make it anymore. Last time I looked, I couldn't get it. So, oh well, missed out on that. But I've got these, and they do a very, very, very good job. We're going to rinse our brush out. And look, we're going to twirl it on the rag. And look, oh, wait, Buzzy, you're swirling on. You're not supposed to do that. It's going to tear up. Whatever. I think I reknotted that brush 10, 12 years ago now. Probably longer than that, actually. And every time I use it, I dry it like that, and it's just fine. All right, there we go. It's going to do for today. Dave in Kentucky let me know that he tagged me in a video of his, and I have not had a chance to watch the video and see what I'm tagged for. But we will take care of that momentarily. Or momentarily, because it's not going to be the next minute. But yeah, we will take care of that. I'll go have a look at it and see what we're tagged in and what we can do with that right there, as they say where I come from. All right, well, I got my brush cleaned up and dried off. I got my blade dried. I got my, because I use a carbon steel blade. Got to wash them off, dry them. And I got my razor cleaned up, ready to go. All right here in the time we've been gabbing. So we've been at it now for 15 minutes, coming up on 16 minutes. So even if you're in a hurry in the morning, a lot of times you have time for a shave. Now I understand the folks to grab the can of Barbasol and go to business. A lot of times you can do it and not have to use the goo. All righty, y'all have a great day. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, hope your day goes as good as mine, and happy shaves to you.